I'm a pit bull, and I approve this message.
Hello, hello. Is anybody out there? Is that thing working? Hello, this is Foster Carter, and welcome to another episode of Conversations with a Pit Bull. Can I hear myself? And as you can tell, that's our crack engineer or engineer on crack. One of the two with the wonderful sounds, and not him. That's the one and only Danny.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
That's right. That's Daniel Mason. I don't know why. Okay, there you go. Now I can hear myself. I can't hear myself. Boy, I think I might be better off not hearing myself. But hey, to start off with, welcome. But I think we got Cheryl on the phone. So before I go into anything and we go into anything, let's bring Cheryl up on the telephone because, you know, a lot of people have jobs, Danny.
Is that right?
Those lucky Americans. So she's the one.
That's right.
So she was kind enough to call in and join us. So let's get her in here in case she's got to go. Cheryl, are you there?
I'm here, sweetie. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored, man. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Back among the living after having the flu for 2 weeks, but I think I'm going to make it.
Oh, so you all snotted out?
Oh, yeah. If I cough, don't be offended.
Oh, no. Well, hey, you know, no problem, you know, because this is the RMC studios, you know, so right before
Yeah, we don't get offended, right?
Yeah, well, before we came in
That's
here,
awesome.
yeah, last night, as soon as we leave or something, it may be somebody coughing, you know, because Snoop Dogg comes by here quite a bit, you know, so they be coughing around, so you're nothing new to coughing then. So are you on a little time restraint? You at work, calling, sneaking into the break room, or are you at home?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I only have a few minutes, but I'm really glad I was able to call in, and I'm sorry I've missed a couple of shows. Not a whole lot has been going on down here. Our December Bully Walk got canceled due to weather for the first time in 3 years.
Really?
So that's not a bad record.
That's great in Portland.
Yeah. So,
you know, first
Sunday
time you got rained out.
we're having our Ring in the New Year bully walk. All the dogs are asked to wear bells. We're ringing in the New Year.
Uh-huh. And did you have a good New Year? What did you do for Christmas, man? We haven't spoke to you in a minute.
I know. It's been a long time. Oh, had a nice Christmas, had family in, and just enjoyed the holidays. We were kind of shut in the house, which is what we usually do. Lots of fires and lots of Christmas stuff. But
we don't care about that. What you get the dog?
Well, they got a really nice chew bone. Is what they got for Christmas. But they just got to hang around the family and enjoy the holidays with everybody, which is
well,
pretty
you know
much what dogs enjoy the most anyhow.
Right, Danny, I think from this Christmas survey that I've taken, what you get your dog for Christmas, because I asked a lot of people that now, right? Mm-hmm. And I think next Christmas we need to start maybe in like September, selling the Conversations with a Pit Bull chew bone. You know, because everybody, so many people got their dog chew bones. and we could put a little barbecue sauce in ours or something, up in there. It's like, sprinkle a little Pitbull energy drink on it and roll it around in kibble. So
You
it's
have to get that approved by all the FDA and all that, because I don't want somebody crawling up my butt about like barbecue sauce, like milk bones. You know what I'm saying? They're like, barbecue sauce is not.
Yeah, right. Good for your dog.
Dogs are,
Besides, the
sauce
result
adverse
could
dogs.
be lethal when it comes out the other end.
Yeah, yeah, right. Exactly. It's like tastes so good going in.
Right. Maybe we could
leave
get
them on the porch coming out.
maybe we could get the some of those outfits made from what's the little greyhound's name that has all the outfits for Halloween?
Oh,
maybe get some Christmas
Antonio.
elf, yeah, maybe get some elf
Antonio.
outfits. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, Mylette makes the little doggy outfits. Did you see
I remember
the
that
party?
hoodie. Yeah, the camouflage hoodie. Those are pretty tight.
Yeah, well, we get something for next Christmas so everybody can have their dog like all decked out with conversations with a pit bull wear. If we were entrepreneurs, if we was into the money, we'd be doing all that stuff for the last 2 years. Like people selling T-shirts and gloves and hats and baseball caps. And
That's one of the things I notice about like a lot of these events I've gone to, like the rescues and stuff. Like they got their whole outfit like on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some people, I won't say their names or whatever, but I'm like, you guys are more interested in the outfits than you are the work that you're doing.
Exactly.
That's just me looking from the outside in or whatever.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, you guys could be selling Girl Scout cookies. You guys aren't really tripping off these dogs.
No,
at all. You just want to look cute.
They
and
selling that merchandise, man.
get away from the husband for a couple hours.
And Cheryl, we so bad we barely put clothes on to come in here. So
we're still trying to work on him getting some pants on. You know what I'm saying?
You
still
only need
not.
to be dressed for the waist up.
Still doesn't like wearing pants.
They never shoot
Him and
below
Frey.
the
I'm
desk.
trying to figure out what's up with these guys.
That's right.
I hate to see what happens after I hit 50.
So, guys, what's the subject of the show today? I'm afraid I've been a little...
The subject of the show is just, hey, we back up in here. We don't have a subject per se. Our guest is Robin, how do you spell Robin Boudin. And Robin's not Skyping. She's going to call in. So you got a few minutes now, or you got to go? Because
I got to go in a few minutes, but I did want to discuss. I know everyone has seen it.
Okay.
It's a big, big, big controversy on Facebook for the last week or more about the video of the 4-year-old girl feeding the dog.
Okay, I thought that was a wonderful thing, personally.
I just want to say, because I've heard both sides, there's a lot of people out there. A friend of mine that is very influential, pit bull advocate, started it off by saying she removed that video from her Facebook page because it's very irresponsible, it's very dangerous. And I just have to tell you that in my personal opinion, as an adult dog owner of 40 years, that we're really hurting our dogs. We're making them neurotic and anxious through our own fears. It's just so upsetting that people see that video and the first thing they see is, oh my God, those dogs could have ripped that girl's face off. Or, oh, that's so irresponsible. They're not even eating from their own bowls. Well, you know what? When humans own the food and when humans run the house, dogs don't fight over food. They don't fight over resources.
Well, let me tell you this. I thought it was great because, and Fred Cray is joining us. He just zoomed in on the Skype-ola, so he can tell us what's the word from the legal perspective. But I thought that it was a wonderful thing, and I got 4 dogs or something like that, and I got a little the oldest rescue that I have outside of Grip's not a rescue, but she is a little meanie when it comes to food. But she will never bite anybody else. She will growl at the other dogs, She will like, I'm selling wolf tickets because she's about that big, and Grip is it's, you said it. It's the owners, man. It's the house that you live
Foster, what I saw was proof positive through a video that anyone, any age, is capable of effectively and safely handling dogs when they have the right attitude and the right knowledge, and when those dogs are raised in an environment where they respect the human. It's that simple to me, but there are so many people out there just, I mean, it's gone totally out of freaking control. The people that are just outraged that, number one, that woman would ever do that. Number two, you're giving pit bulls a bad name because what if those dogs would have hurt that little girl? It's like, come on, humans. Don't be afraid of what might happen. Just create what you want to happen. It's that simple.
Have you seen the video, Fred?
I have.
What you think?
And she's right. It has caused a firestorm of controversy. And I'm going to have to disagree with everyone on this. I think that with all of the pressure put on pit bulls to be good, I wouldn't do that with my dogs. I wouldn't just put a bunch of food out and say, okay, guys, go eat it. I don't have pit bulls. I think that what it does is it allows the people who are for BSL to say, look how irresponsible those people are to let a kid alone within that distance of what it is over a resource guarding potential thing. And I just don't think it's a good precedent to set. I don't think it shows responsible ownership. I think there's really, to me, if the dogs had done something, we would have never seen the video. So to say that you see it, that's just like Cesar Millan. If he ever had a failure, he's not going to show you the failure on television.
Right.
And he's going to show you the dogs that he had success with. So
right. But I tell you this. I think
it did more to feed the anti-pit people feeling about ability than it did to show that dogs can be fed in this way. I mean, I'm not a proponent of free feeding dogs like that in any way. I think that in itself creates a situation where dogs can get in an argument over food at any time.
Right, but Fred,
well,
right, but if they've been doing that,
I'm sorry, but which is more irresponsible, to allow dogs to have anxiety issues because of our own anxieties, and then just to make excuses for ourselves not to figure out how to have responsible control of our dogs so our dogs respect us? Or is it more irresponsible to have control of your dog? So if you say sit down, they sit. If you say eat, they eat. If you say don't eat, they don't eat. This is the age-old training controversy rearing its ugly head all over again. And my feelings is that the people that are against this kind of thing would put a whole hell of a lot more effort into having control of their dogs and helping their dogs, if they have to get professional help, that's fine, help their dogs overcome their anxieties and their issues so they can be calm, submissive, safe dogs. If they put half as much effort into doing that as they did into trying to keep other people who can do it from doing it, there'd be less dogs dying every day in shelters due to behavioral issues.
Yeah, you know what I think about it is this. When you see a kid that's like 5 years old, 7 years old, riding a horse full gallop, I couldn't do that. I'd be like, that's irresponsible to put that baby up on that horse and ride, when you see, obviously that family, they like or love their little girl. Have you seen the video?
No, you know me, I'm off the grid, bro. But I have seen some little kids do some amazing things, and if they never got an opportunity,
this family has like 6 pit bulls, right? Full-grown pit bulls, they thick ones, and obviously they raising the dogs and doing, training them. And this little girl's got all of them in a little half-moon circle, and she say sit, and then she puts food down on the floor in a big pile, and they're all standing there, and she says, wait, wait, wait. Okay, and then they all go eat. Right at her feet is a big pile, a mountain of food, right? And so then she walks away. So that's what the controversy is. But I think that each family, you know, they weren't going to put their daughter at risk. Nobody would have their kid.
But you can't predict. You can't know that.
You
That's
can't
the
know
whole
that.
point of
If you
it.
know your
You
dogs.
can't.
Absolutely,
It doesn't
absolutely,
matter.
Fred.
You cannot guarantee.
You can't
Not
go
only can
through
you not
life
guarantee a dog's
worrying about
behavior,
what might
but you can't
happen. You
guarantee-
have to create
can't
what you want
guarantee
in
what-
your home with
what
your
a
dog.
person-
Wait a minute,
You're-
Cheryl. Let Fred say what he's saying here. What?
Sorry.
I can't even predict what you would do, Foster, if somebody brought in and you hadn't eaten a whole bunch of donuts and Danny came in. I don't know what you'd do. You might be in the best circumstances or whatever.
but Fred, you wouldn't
And
know what. Wait a minute. But you wouldn't.
Dogs are animals.
Wait a minute.
Dogs
You.
are animals. And this girl, if there was a problem, could not have been intervened fast enough.
Hey man,
course not,
I saw Siegfried and Roy get the hell slapped out of him off of some cats that he'd been with for like 30 years. So
That's right. Exactly.
I'm like, they are animals at some point, and I'm like, hey, do your best to kind of curtail. But then
That's
there's
right.
also people like like our buddy Robert, who's like a
Right.
A-level like trainer or whatever.
That's
He's
right.
like, you know what? I can guarantee that this dog
Right.
will do these exact things
Right.
like 100% of the time
Right.
because he's worked with it. I'm like, well, I don't know if 100%, but I don't know.
What 5 dogs are going to do in a food situation with a 7-year-old kid.
Okay, I'll tell you this,
If
Fred.
that
I'll tell you.
were-
Wait a minute.
If that were an adult and there were people around that could intervene if something happened, I'd say okay. But like I said before, if something bad happened, you'd never see the video.
Right,
It's
Fred.
just
Wait a minute.
My
But let me say this. Let me
question
say this real quick.
We
Let me say.
predict the outcome of something. Why is it that so many of us only will predict that it's going to go bad?
Right. Well,
I
let me
don't
exactly.
understand.
This is my point, Fred, because you made a good point. You see, how do you know? Because you said you wouldn't know what I would do would bring all of the donuts in, but you know what? My mom would know what I would do because you know why? Just like those dogs, those pit bulls were all at least 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. They weren't like puppies. So these people had been feeding 6 dogs at a time. It wasn't their first day. They had been doing this for 2, 3 years. So, I mean,
You guys obviously have never seen dogs fight over food.
oh, absolutely. My dog. Wait a minute, my dog.
Two aggressive dogs
That's
in
right.
my home that I have
Fred.
ordered simply by owning the
Some
food.
dogs
Fred.
will say, hey, I don't want you doing that. And when you've got 6 pit bulls and one of them goes out of control and there's a little 7-year-old kid there, there's no way you're stopping.
Fred, listen to me. Wait a minute. I know what you're saying. Listen, I had my dog got attacked by my daughter's dog. It hit her boxer in my backyard. It was 5 dogs, and that dog attacked my dog over some food. But you know what? All the dogs that I own, that dog was visiting my house. He was staying there for a day or two. He wasn't part of the pack. He wasn't part of the family, and they eat together twice a day for the last 6, 7 years. He wasn't one of those. So
But
I haven't
think
seen the
that's a
video,
fact.
but I'm like, if I had kids, I don't know if I'd have them like around that many dogs. I don't care if they're poodles
I
or
would.
poodles or
I think it's-
chihuahuas or whatever,
here's the
you know.
thing. Here's the thing. Statistics show that that the top 2 reasons there are dog bites are unsupervised kids. Okay.
right.
This kid was supervised to the extent that somebody was holding a camera.
That's right.
But that's right. But they were far enough away that if the dog could have bitten that kid 10 times before the guy dropped the camera and got over
Right,
it.
but Fred, do
And
you
all
think
I'm
that was the
saying
first
is
time?
We're all talking about. Let me finish. We're all talking about responsible ownership.
Right.
And we all know the statistics. And what are we showing? We're showing a kid that's within the danger range over free food of all things. 6 different dogs. I don't care how they've been trained. I don't care anything. My kid is not going to be in that situation.
Okay,
I agree with you, Fred. I don't have
That
any
is
kids.
what-
Human
that is
beings
what
should not have dogs.
the people
Period.
are against, that are against having pit bull ban, or the people that are for pit bull bans are looking at that and saying, look at these crazy people, what they're doing. And that's all it's doing.
Wait a minute, but
if you look
okay.
at
Just
comments,
because one
right, but wait a
person
minute.
can't do something
that
doesn't
thing's
mean
done more
that
harm.
other people that can
Much
do
more
it
harm
shouldn't
than
do
good.
it.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe I guess that's what anything you do is going to be controversial because you know these two guys just scaled the
El Capitan.
yeah the Sunrise Rock, right? I wouldn't have never did it. I mean, I think that's but they had ropes. So
But what if he had a little kid and one of them like baby backpack things?
Then-
Like what would you say?
The difference is that they are grown adults and they chose it.
And that's what I'm saying. The person behind the camera was a grown adult. Nobody in
But
nobody
the kid
in their
wasn't.
right
The kid
mind.
wasn't. He just did what the parents told him.
But
It doesn't matter.
The
I mean,
kid
the bottom
grew
line
up.
is this.
Yeah.
You look at the comments to all of the Facebook stuff. If you took them all, 90% of them would be, this is irresponsible. It shows what crazy pit bull people will do. That's even if you don't agree with me, that's what the result of this was. Now we can bitch about well, that's wrong and all that, but that was the result of that posting.
Right, but
And
those
so
same
we've done a disservice.
right, but let me
And
admit
how
that's
is that
those same
different than
people.
all the other gazillion times that there's been a pit bull incident somewhere or an alleged pit bull incident somewhere that they've come on and said the same thing.
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is.
See, any of those
If
people that
they
say they're
are gonna
crazy, right.
find a way to be against pit
That's right.
bulls,
Any
because
of those
that's who
people,
they
right?
are.
None of those people who say those crazy pit bull people
That's true of
were
every
never going to
Facebook
be,
page.
fans of pit bulls anyway.
There's nobody on
No.
Facebook that's looking at anything that's on there that goes, oh, you know what? I've changed my mind. Facebook isn't a mind
Exactly.
changer. Facebook is I'm saying what I'm saying, give you the finger and get off.
Exactly.
So if we're looking at this as an issue of changing minds, forget it. Facebook has never been a mind change.
Is
And
it
never
more of
will
a
be.
a
No,
kids
no.
issue or
I
than a
just-
dog issue, Fred? Do you think, or Cheryl? What do you think it's more of a kids issue than
The
a?
issue for me is,
No,
did it
I
help
think
our
it's an
cause?
issue of
Did it help?
people that can't
People look at
adequately
pit bull owners as
handle their
responsible
own
people,
dogs,
and the answer's no.
being fearful of something bad happening when it's very clear, it's extremely obvious that these dogs have been handled well, raised well, they respect humans. This little girl knows how to be, what to do. You couldn't hear mom coaching her very much. Those dogs were not looking at anyone else but this little girl. They
Okay.
were following
I
her
would bet you if you
instructions.
took 10
So-
dog trainers, I'm gonna ask them around, but I will bet you if you took 10 dog trainers and said, hey, free food on the floor, 7-year-old kid, 6 pit bulls, your thoughts, they'd say no.
Okay, well,
Well,
hey,
of course they'd say no because they're
That's
the
right.
kind of people that
That's right.
wait
That's
until
my
the dog
point.
does
That's
what they want it to
normal
do, and then they
person
poke a
says
treat in its
hey
mouth.
guys.
They'd say no unless they were trying to get some hits on their YouTube page. They'd be like, let's rig this
That's
so
right.
I can make it right.
But wait a minute. This is what we got to do, though. The engineer is saying I got to take a commercial to pay the bill for our sponsor that's got us on the air. So we're going to talk about Hip Hop Bev for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to come back, Fred, and I want you to stay since you're Skyping, and our guest, Robin Rudin, is going to come on. She's on the phone, and we're going to put some pictures up, and I want everybody to join part of the conversation. Cheryl, can you stay?
Yeah, I can stay for a few more minutes.
Okay, and you can join in, and we're gonna also today we have a sit-in, stand-in for Paula and the dogs because Paula is moving states, literally. She's picking Missouri up and moving it down south somewhere, So she's Alabama. She's gonna be one of them. What's the dog? The bulldog, ain't it?
You'd come stay with
What
me,
is it?
Jenny,
What is it, Fred?
at my house in Greenbow.
What's the Alabama?
I'll take care of you,
Go
Jenny.
to Alabama.
Yeah, she moving to Alabama. She asked me to move down there too, but I said no. I'm gonna live a couple of more years. No, that's bad. That's so bad. Bad black man. Okay, so we're gonna take a pause for the calls. Come back with Robin, and we're gonna get Regina in here and do some dogs, and we just have a good time. See y'all in a minute.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
All right. We are back. And thank you to our sponsors, Pitbull Energy Drink. They treat us real nice. They only had one? Look at that. Sugar-free and all that. This one's pomegranate blueberry. Good stuff.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff, man.
Hey.
I'm telling you, that's good stuff. Hey. You see that? Hiphopbev.com. Fred, did you like these? Did you like these, Fred?
But I wanted to know whether you changed your do-rag.
Yeah, this is another one. I stole this one, actually. You know, yeah, this was my, this was in my wife's drawer. You know what was the funny part? Well, actually, it was in her car.
Did you hear that, Dan? It was in his wife's drawer.
Yeah, and
you know what happens when you go into your wife's drawer?
But this was the funny part.
Man, if he makes it through the day, I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
It was brand new, right? And then I looked at the tag.
I'm call from his wife now saying, "What are you doing going through my drawer?"
Wait a minute,
man, you're just spilling all the beans, huh? I'm like, don't take this dude on a crime spree.
No, I looked at the tag and it was for men. It was supposed to be a Christmas present to go in my stocking and stuff, and my stocking never got stuffed, man. And so then she saw it and said, "Oh, I was gonna give that to you." I'm like, "Yeah, right." She was gonna keep it. That's what it was. So hey, man, let's bring on Robin. Robin, are you there?
I'm right here.
How are you, dear?
I'm real good, real good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry, we're about 8 minutes late getting to you, but we had this little girl in the studio with this doggone 6 pit bulls, and
The girl was in the studio with the dog?
We were doing a demo, and only for Fred, because I wanted to show him that these dogs would not bite.
Danny got all the
I saw that video, and I was listening, to your controversy or everybody's.
See what those dogs did?
Because
Fred, don't listen to this guy,
video,
man.
Not that that's the subject, but anyway. But when I saw the video, I liked it for about 5 minutes, and then somebody said to me, "Oh, but that's not responsible," and because I know it's not responsible, but it was very nice to see how well-mannered and, a real pit bull, happy-go-lucky will listen. And I would say they were probably 5 or older. I don't think they were even younger than that.
Right.
And probably, like you said, have been doing it a while.
It wasn't their first picnic.
I don't think you make a habit of that in general with any dog. I don't care if it's, a little frou-frou poodle. I don't think you put any dogs like that together at lunchtime. But I think it was nice, and I think she'll be an animal advocate for pit bulls as she gets older. So maybe she's just learning about kindness to animals. But so I liked it for about 5 minutes, and then the other side of my brain, talked me out of liking it. So
I
I'm
think
on both
what it was,
she'll grow up to be the first armless pit bull advocate.
No, but she would be footless. Fred. So let me tell you, Fred, about Robin. Robin.
First of all, let me tell you my last name.
Okay.
All right. It's Boudin.
Boudin. That's what I said.
So you say it right.
That's what I said. I said Boudin, but Danny told me to say it like that. So I would have said it right totally. But this is what I want to say, Fred. Robin, and correct me if I'm wrong, Robin, because I usually am. But Robin. That's
what she said.
Yeah, that's right. Robin is raising dogs on the part of the former Michael Vick property where he was fighting dogs. Is that correct, Robin?
Well, that's very close. So
I'm
that's
improving.
pretty good. Robin rescues chained and penned dogs that spend their lives outside on chains or living in a pen, like a torture chamber. And when they're rescued, we bring them into the Good News Rehab Center, which used to be the Bad News Kennels. Yes, where Mike Vick tortured and electrocuted pit bulls that were fighting there. Right? We Dogs Deserve Better bought the property and have turned it into a rehab for formerly chained and penned dogs. Yes.
Oh man, so I want you to go into that, and I want Fred and Danny to talk to you. But I only have one question.
Sure.
At night, have you seen or heard any ghosts?
Well, they kept the buildings. They kept the wooden buildings where the fighting went on, and they kept them in the black wood outside, kind of as a memorial, and they have all the runs, the kennel runs. They didn't take down either, but so a few years ago it might have been creepy. Now they use them as storage, and I don't know what you hear there. The whole, Smithfield in general, don't get me started with the pigs and the Smithfield pork, and so the whole place is kind of strange. But
right, but I'm just saying, have you ever been out in the yard at night, at dark, and it was like...
No, I don't hear anything, because all the happiness inside,
okay,
all the fabulous things going on, that's what I
so
hear.
you guys, do you burn sage and stuff around the house?
I think they did. I'm sure they did a whole exorcism in the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't live there. That's where the center is. I happen to be in Massachusetts, where I also have a small rescue up here.
Yeah, well, I know it's like, I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean...
Listen, they might hear it. There's a caretaker who lives there.
Yeah.
You might hear the howls, and you listen. You pay attention long enough, you can hear anything you want. But
there's probably aliens touching down and Bigfoots and all kind of other stuff that you guys believe in, Foster.
Yeah, right. Well, I know aliens. Okay, it's too much universe to think that if we are the most intelligent species,
then we're in big trouble.
The
right?
universe is in big trouble. That's by itself.
I agree.
But yeah, I'd like to talk to him sometime, because with all of that death and torture and murder, I mean, when somebody's holding a dog by the feet, right, Fred, and drowning him.
Oh, terrible.
That's got to be,
it's horrible. What he did really, sucks.
Yeah.
Right.
So dogs deserve better. I went on Facebook and I tried to put in Dogs Deserve Better, and like 20 of them popped up at me. Well,
what happens is we have reps in many of the states that have made their own pages. The one in Virginia, Dogs Deserve Better, our Facebook page, we have almost 1 million supporters at this point. Last year, at this very month, we had 100,000.
Really?
And we've done such great things in a year, rescuing like massive amounts of chained and penned dogs with the help of many people making phone calls to humane agencies or law enforcement and reminding them about the hell the dog is going through. And sometimes you don't care if there's a law,
Right.
Like certain states have laws that the dogs just can't. They're not lawn ornaments. They're not alarm systems. Buy a light bulb that turns on. You don't leave a dog out there. And some people forget they're even there. They don't feed them.
Right.
They're just and they can't move. They're on this chain, and that's just it. They're just done.
Well, they just passed the law in California.
Yes.
And Fred, you know more about the whole legal
3 hours
aspects.
out of 24.
Yeah, in California.
That's one of our best states, because at least we can argue. The problem is getting the mayor or the particular district attorney to adhere to the law. We have a lot of arguments up there, but at least we've got a law to fight.
Right, and I had a whole...
Well, let me just say one thing, and that is one of the best things that Dogs Deserve Better did in this past year through their head person, who's Tamara Thane, is they exposed the OAS dogs.
Yeah, I
which
was
is the
there.
Olympic Animal Sanctuary
yeah.
dogs.
What was
That was,
Tomorrow
one
went
of,
out
the
there,
that's
thing.
what made
That was
us
the 100th.
actually famous.
and these dogs were in a warehouse, and I don't remember if there were 60 or
There were
whatever.
100.
It was 100, I think.
There were 160.
Yeah, the guy who owned the warehouse. They protested, and he got mad, and he ended up getting an aggravated assault thing. But what ended up happening as a result of Tamara Fame bringing attention to this is the guy left, and he went out to Arizona and gave all his dogs to a rescue there, and now Robert Pergelman from the Seattle Dog Spot is covering the rehabilitation and foster homing of all these dogs that were supposed to be so dangerous that they couldn't be, in a home because they had been declared dangerous. You're seeing all these dogs while they were in there, and now that they're out. And to me, that is the success story of Dogs Deserve Better 2014.
I agree.
I see
when
those
we
dogs
were there,
it's
and
like,
people had tried before us, to make noise, and nobody was doing anything. They kept asking the bigger agencies, and finally, I said to Tammy, we got to go there, and Tammy's like, let's go, and so we packed up the two of us, and we had plenty of people that lived out there that hated this, and we met with the police, we met with all of the local officials that did nothing, and we protested, and we had a dog there. We had that was how our in was that one of our Washington reps, heard like everybody else what a great place it would be and stuck a dog of ours in there. And we stood out there, and we heard the howling, and we heard the horrible things going on. And we had a girl, actually, who was living in California and was threatening his mother. This guy, Steve Markwell's mother, was a teacher in San Juan Capistrano, and she was letting the mother know, who was a member of the board of this Olympic Animal Sanctuary, if you don't get your son to get these dogs out, I'm going to destroy you at the school.
Wow.
So the pressure from the mother to Sonny Boy.
If it hadn't been for these two women, these dogs would all be still there. That Steve Markwell would still be saying they're dangerous. I want to commend Robin and Tammy for doing that, because to me, that took a lot. I mean, they had to go out there to the place. They had to freeze their asses off. They had to get arrested. I mean, it was a nightmare.
Restraining orders we had put on us on the first
social media from that. It was a social media that all that caused that made Stephen Markwell become an untenable place to keep these dogs and take off. And when he took off in his 18-wheeler with all these dogs in it, he apparently didn't know what he was going to do. And they finally got the dogs in Arizona. And if you'd see the pictures, and they're out there if you want to see them, of how they were while they were being kept, and what a misrepresentation Steve Markwell made about the nature of these dogs in order for him to keep them. He was saying, oh man, you let this dog out, it'll tear you to shreds. Most of these dogs, that wasn't true.
There's 17 left in Arizona, which would be called the hardest cases. And the hardest cases because maybe they don't like other dogs. But certainly of the 110 that are, out and either in sanctuaries or in homes or in rescues, they all have issues from being in a crate for 3 years or 7 years. They were in travel crates, or they were in torture chambers, 4x4, kennels, and never let out. They had to pee and poop, and they ate twice a week with maggot-filled raw food. So they're damaged that way. But, dogs, like we're always taught, live in the day. So they move forward. I mean,
Cheryl?
Some of them are normal. A lot of them are. We took two back with us. We've got a feral dog with us and the brother got adopted in less than a month. I mean, he was so normal. And the other one, we've got Sheba. She is having the best life that she can, and she's happy. So we're happy.
Robin, what type of programs do you guys have for dogs that have been through something? I guess it's an extreme kind of case of like torture and whatnot. Like, I know the rehabilitation has probably got to be on another level. Like, what type of programs do you guys have, or what type of process are you guys going through with those dogs?
Well, those dogs split up all over the country, so they went to special handlers, that knew how to deal with them. We weren't involved in the adoption process or the what went on after. We got two, and friends of mine in upstate New York actually got Sonny, the dog that we set out to get, who needs a lot of work. I mean, he's there a year, and a German Shepherd, Jester, is there, who's got food issues and nothing else. He could be adopted, but, it's hard to find people that want to take a problem dog. So the ones that took these dogs knew what they were getting into and did it more to give the dogs a life than because they were looking to get dogs adopted. These are not the kind of dogs that you take to hope to get them fixed in a month or two.
Right, but Robin.
Yeah.
Let me first. I wanted to get Cheryl to have a word in if she wanted to ask you a question before she goes. And we have Regina is Skyped in now, who's sitting in for Paula today. And we want to get some dogs adopted. But more importantly, Danny and I had something that I think that we wanted to say to you. And that was... Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Now, we will stop singing now because the FCC does have some rules.
Hey, it's my mother's birthday, too, so I want to send a shout-out to my mom, Cheryl Mason. She's down there in Nashville. Happy birthday, Mom.
Hey, Miss Mason, you did it. You the one to blame. Keep it going on. You guys never met Danny's mom. We had to get her in here one time when she come in town.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Fred's private jet to fly her down here.
There you go. Okay, so I don't know whose phone or Skype that is scratching. Is that Cheryl?
I don't know. I don't know if it's me or not.
I wonder if it's me. I'm on a home phone. That would think if it's me.
Thank you.
Okay, but no problem.
So grateful for people like her.
Oh, hey, man. So, Cheryl, you want to say anything to Regina before, to Robin, because I know you got to go and you've been hanging on so much. We would love it.
No, I just want to once again say thank you, Robin, and your organization for caring so much and for not allowing other people's estimation of how damaged a dog is affect whether or not you're going to help a dog. We have a shelter here, a county shelter, that routinely wants to euthanize dogs for being too dangerous to be around, that all they need to do is get out of the kennel once in a while.
Right.
And they end up getting pulled and going to wonderful homes and being normal dogs. So having people like you around gives me hope that we're going to be able to turn this thing around for dogs one of these days.
Thanks.
That's right.
And people like you, so I'm grateful for you, too.
I think that's Regina's Skype that's scratching, but what I'm going to... Is Cheryl's?
I'm sorry.
I'm the one
else?
that's guilty, like it's my phone that's doing it. I don't know why. But...
Okay, well, this is what we're going to do. I want to let Regina do these dogs real quick for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, and then come back. And Fred, you already knew about Robin and her organization, huh?
Yeah, I've had Tamara Thane on my show.
Oh, very
probably
nice.
3 or 4 times over various different issues other than OAS. But when they bought
the dogs in the box, I'm with you for the dogs in the box.
Story. And excuse me.
Were the dogs in the box from Virginia one of the things you had her on the show about? In Virginia, those 11 dogs that were in a dungeon. Was that you?
The place, the question of whether or not Jade was properly taken in the court case, and all those kinds of things. And I got to take my hat off to Tamara Thane because she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Individually and as a group over all these issues, and she's kept on trucking and doing what's best for the dog.
Yeah,
I agree.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, so let's all hold on, and Chris, if
Me
you
personally,
ready
I'm never surprised
do
that Fred
some
knows
dogs?
all this stuff. I mean, all those books aren't just props. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe he knows everything that's going on. That's why he helps us learn some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I got your back, Fred. I believe in you.
Hey,
Just do
I
it
need
over
to.
here.
Hey, I need to ask Regina to click your video because we don't have a picture of you.
Okay, I could see. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you, but we only see the dog's nose through the fence. It's a frozen picture.
I could see myself.
Well, that's good for you.
That helps. Good for you. Yeah.
I'm kind of new at this. I'm not sure why you can't see me.
Okay, well, Okay, Chris is
the engineer.
Wait a minute.
You have to click.
Wait a minute. Let Fred say what, Fred?
There should be a little camera icon on Skype that you click on that turns on the video.
All right.
Hopefully you're fully clothed when you do that.
Oh, geez, she forgot.
Well,
Yes, I'm familiar.
Hopefully for him.
I was able to do it last time.
You obviously haven't seen our ratings, Fred.
Exactly, because we have nothing. We have nothing against it because when Paula does that job, she doesn't wear pants. But she never stands up. Fred doesn't have pants. That's why he said fully clothed, because partially is cool.
Yeah, you gotta watch those guys. They're slick with their words, those lawyers.
He said fully clothed. So it's okay.
You make a good prop bet specialist.
Right. So this is what we'll do. Chris, do you want to bring her back and try it, or just go with the dog?
Yeah, give me
Let's take a break. How about that? And then we'll try to get call Regina back and get these dogs saved.
Okay, so we only got 14 minutes left, guys, so we'll be right back.
Thank you, guys. We'll be right back.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
And that's hiphopbev.com. Well, what do you know? Through the miracles of technology and science and a little bit of pouring Pitbull energy drink on the keyboard.
Somebody's tax dollars going to work because our engineer is off the chain.
That's right.
What's up, Chris?
So we have her with us. And so, Regina, say hello to Robin.
Hey, Regina.
Look at that bed behind.
Huh? I know. She's. Oh, you trying to get? She trying to get company.
Pitch her dogs already, would you please?
Right. She's trying to get company up in there. You're gonna have a whole bunch of dogs. Come here. Okay. So let's.
Well, I want to say happy birthday to Robin. And,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, anyway, I said thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm actually in your neck of the woods. I'm in Hampton, Virginia, Skyping from the award-winning Chamberlain Hotel today.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the show.
Not my neck of the woods, but okay, I can pretend it is.
Right. Welcome to the show, Regina. It's as everybody, if you may have just tuned in, Regina is new to our team, and she's sitting in for the love of our life and partner. Paula Archer is moving states around, and she's moving 6 dogs, 6 pit bulls. Don't drop no food on the floor, though, Paula. And boxing up a 19-room house and moving into a 8-room house or something like that. But she got plenty of acreage. So anyway, Regina, let's save some dogs real quick so we can get back to Robin.
What's her name? Yeah.
Yes, right. Well, I forget my own name, Robin, so don't feel bad.
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. So you got the pictures, right?
Yeah.
So the number one dog, normally we advertise a little more of the dogs that are a little more on the safe side. Today, the dogs that we're putting out for adoption are a little more on the urgent side. So anybody watching, please feel free to make the contact as soon as possible on any of the dogs that we're showing today. Okay, the first dog is Rain, She's in Fort Stockton, Texas, and she's in the shelter. She's 1 to 2 years old, and we don't know much about Rain. She was brought in as a stray, but she is very calm and docile. She appears to have been completely neglected. She's very thin and shy, and she basically is indifferent. She ignores the other dogs pretty much entirely. So she's not, aggressive or anything, and she just really is interested in being close to humans, and she watches you. The contact is Amy Galvin, and all of this information is going to be on the Pause for Pit Parade page with all the contact info for any of the dogs. The second dog unfortunately has no name yet. She's in Garland, Texas, animal shelter. She appears to be getting a cold and a UTI, which is not good for a dog in the shelter because as soon as they get sick, they don't last very long. She's sneezing a little bit. She's an unaltered female. She's a red and white pit bull, and her age is unknown. She seems to be very good with people, very lovable, and very non-reactive to other dogs. She did recently have puppies, but no puppies came in with her. So we're really not sure what happened to the puppies, but she can be destroyed in a short amount of time due to her UTI. It's important that if you're interested, you call the shelter immediately, and the information will be at the end of this page. Okay, the third dog is Turk. He's in Pasco County Animal Services in Tampa Bay, Florida. He's all boy, very active male adult terrier. He was adopted, and unfortunately he was brought back because he chased some chickens. So anybody who adopts this dog would be good to be someone who's more on the active side. He'd be a great activity partner for someone who likes to get out a lot. The next dog, we actually have two dogs. It's a set of dogs, Rory and Rizzo, and they came in together into the California City Animal Shelter. They are 2 of 3 puppies that were found in the same area with no housing. She and her brother are very bonded, and they're really looking forward to trying to keep the dogs together. Rory is only 6 months old. He's a male, unaltered pit bull. He's sweet, gentle, and timid. Rizzo, the female, is 6 months. She's unaltered. She's a pit bull. Unfortunately, her knee is broken. She and her siblings are in dire need of rescue. Rizzo is a very sweet dog, and they did, I think, start to treat her leg, but she's in immediate need to get out of the shelter for healing. The number 5 dog today is Pembroke. He's a sweetie. He's a 7-month-old, 45-pound puppy that arrived at the shelter with the injured leg. He has been examined by the vet there and has been put on medication. His leg has some wounds and is swollen, but he's bearing weight. He needs a rescue ASAP to recover faster in a calmer environment than in the shelter. He has been examined by the shelter's vet and, as I said, put on medication. Again, all of these dogs are pretty urgent. Number 6 is Rocky. He's a 1-year-old neutered male pit bull boxer cross. He's red in color. He's in Childress, Texas. He was abandoned with a severe compound fracture of his front leg in June of this year. He's just a baby and already has been through so much. He's still so happy and loving despite it all. He's missing that front limb that had to be removed, but he's bearing, he's doing well. His current weight is about 41 pounds. He's heartworm negative, and he's up to date on all his vaccinations. He's very lovable, and he likes to run and play. He likes other dogs to play with, but due to his size and playfulness, we would suggest a home with dogs his own size. The last dog for today is Blue. She's a beautiful blue female pit bull, and she's in Manning, South Carolina. She's 2 years old. She came in with her ears cut, full tail, very friendly with people, but not so much with other dogs. We don't really know too much about Blue, but she seems to be friendly to people in the shelter environment. And the contact for here would be Clarendon County Animal Control. If you can show, it just has an email for me or Paula and the Pause for Pit Parade link, and for anyone to contact us for assistance on any of the dogs. And that's the dogs for today.
Yay! Awesome. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Regina.
That wasn't bad. You didn't fall
Thank
off
you.
you didn't fall off the internet or anything. You know?
I have a good connection today.
Hopefully you brought it with you, because I know how much they charge once you get up in those hotels trying to get Wi-Fi
That's right.
access. They take one of those legs like they got from that dog that was on there. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. And whoops. Okay, my headset is going in and out. I thought I was going. Yep. You didn't. Oh, God. Okay, I'm not just.
If you guys missed any of that, again, you guys can hit Regina up at Paul's Pit Parade.
Yeah.
Paula's going to be working, getting her family and stuff moved. So Regina's stepped in and being our champion for these dogs, and that's what the show is all about. We're trying to help these dogs any way that we can and use some media.
That's right.
Try to make a dent in this situation. So
And
now
I'm
you didn't.
happy to be the middleman.
Hey, but you didn't get that room just to do our show, did you?
Well, sort of.
Because that ain't in our
Actually, I'm
budget.
the-
silky pillows.
Wait a
and
minute.
all
I'm the
that.
massage therapist.
Are you married?
No.
Okay, well, if you go down to the lobby and look hungry, right, sit around the restaurant, tell a guy down there, say, hey, I need you to call somebody for me.
Say, hey.
Yeah, hiphopbev.com, and have them give me a jingle. Can we get this room paid for? You know, it's like,
Okay.
wait a minute, Fred, are you in that area? Fred is a single man. Have you met Fred Cray?
That's true.
No.
Hey,
True. I am a single man.
that's right. Fred, meet Regina.
I'm married to my pit bulls. I'm
But that's a
available.
that's a crime. That's a crime in some states,
Look at
though.
that blushing.
But that's a crime in some states. We'll talk about that later, Regina. Let's get back to Robin. But you can
Trouble hearing.
stay with us, huh?
Oh, there you are.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Regina, for that.
Yeah, I think you'd be better off with Fred than the pit bulls, though, baby. I mean, I don't know, You,
No, I think she's better. I think she's pretty devoted to her pit bulls.
I don't know, but we were just talking about some ravaged dogs around food, So let's see what Fred would do. You just lay on the floor and see, does he attack your feet?
Man, take that dude at Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay, so look, we got 2 minutes left. Robin?
Yes.
So tell us what you want to get out and what you want the world to know about, your
That
organization.
dogs deserve better?
Yeah, and how we can help you or whatever.
Okay, I want to let everyone know that the website is www.dogsdeservebetter.org, and that we could always use donations. That's how we live, and we're out there we're a national anti-chaining, anti-penning organization, and we are out there always looking to save or educate people about the disasters of chaining your dog up to a tree or leaving him out there in a dog pen. I go to Tractor Supply and I see they sell these dog pens, and I think, well, I don't even know how people can have that thinking that it's okay to put a dog out there. They're family members, they're pack animals, and they want to be with us. Even huskies, although people will say, well, they want to be outside. Well, yeah, they want to be outside with us.
That's right.
They want to go for walks, they want to play outside, and then they want to come inside. Dogs that are outside are generally looking at the door, waiting for you to open the door to let them in.
Robin, let me ask you this. Do you know Dr. Are you familiar with Robin at Dr. Doghouse Bully Rescue?
No.
Okay, so I'll have to hook the two of you guys up.
Okay, great.
Because she's good people, and she knows about some dogs chained up. And
if anybody has any questions or wants to volunteer, they can email me at volunteer@dogsdeservebetter.org. That's volunteer, no S at the end, at dogsdeservebetter.org.
Nice.
All right. So
I gotta check out this video. Once because I'm you know me, I'm always off grid and I don't really chime in.
All
With
right,
stuff
we got
like that,
30 seconds left.
I want to check out that video.
Thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun.
No problem, Robin. It was a pleasure having you. And Regina, welcome to the show and to the team. And we finally seen your face. You've been on the show about 4 or 5 times now, right? And we finally see you. Welcome. We beefed up the technology.
But one thing I want to do, I want to take that video once I see it or whatever with the kid and feeding these dogs or whatever. And, you know, I'm an editor, so, like, we're able to create moods and things like that.
Right.
I wonder what people's reaction would be if we put some scary music under that video with the kid playing, like something imminent is about to happen, and see how people's reaction would be swayed. I just know the power of media and what it is that I do.
Right.
And it's like, I can almost create
some scary
the type
music,
of reaction that I want. You know?
How about some peaceful music?
Maybe we get Robin to go record some
like
of those
Disney.
ghosts you're talking about. Send me the MP3 and I'll put the ghost sounds up under it and let's see.
Yeah, well, I think it was great. So we out of here. Fred Craig, thank you so much. I hope the weather's good down in Florida.
All right.
All right, so tell Mom and Dad I said hello.
Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, everybody that participated.
Nice
Thank you,
seeing
Paula.
you.
Thank you,
That's
for
right.
all our viewers everywhere around the world. And thank you to everybody that's out there doing
That's
some
right.
good
And
helping these dogs.
Paula drives safe between Missouri and Alabama.
Alabama. You come
All right,
stay
baby.
at
Love
home
you.
with me, Jenny.
We out of here.
And I approve this message.